We're not quite a veganic farm. We don't use manures and stuff, but I wouldn't call us veganic. You know, we do have things I think that have bone meal and stuff, but don't quote me on that. But we do everything, you know, as sustainable as possible. We are certified organic. This is our 8th year of farming, and we have 20 tillable acres. We have 10 acres in production and 10 acres in cover crops, so that's how we remain as sustainable as possible. Doing a lot of rotation. We like to use a lot of old machinery and make them to do new purposes, so that's always fun and exciting to watch. We have a 100-member CSA this year, and we do 3 farmers markets this year. We did 4 last year. This was probably our hardest year of farming since we had so much rain. It was really, really hard, and one of the things that we found that will make us more sustainable is not to continue to get larger and larger, but kind of how the movie was showing was that I think that we need more small scale farms, because that will be more sustainable for the farms in general and I think for the public. What started all of our farming endeavors really was 12 years ago, I can't believe it was that long ago, when my husband and I both went vegan. And it just started to, whenever we found out about common practices, things started to snowball. We felt like the veil had kind of been lifted, but we were a lot younger then too, and we really wanted to make some changes. It was a perfect time in our life for that to happen because we were kind of full of energy and really excited to do that. So we were listening to NPR one night, and we heard someone giving a talk about the Farm Beginnings program, and we decided that that's what we wanted to do. We were living up in Schaumburg. My husband was a senior software engineer at Motorola, and I had begun my yoga teacher training after I went vegan and kind of started really thinking about my life. I finally figured out what I wanted to do, even though it was kind of late in life. I was like 22. To figure out what I really wanted to do. That was it. And so now I've really dedicated my life to the yoga, and we came down here to Urbana. We interned at Blue Moon for about 1.5 years, and we're so grateful for that. If anybody's thinking about farming, I would definitely recommend to intern. And you probably have another option of a really great place to intern as well. So now I took my kind of vision of sustainability and how I think might be kind of hard to try to get everybody to go vegan. I'm actually, we raised our daughter vegan, had a healthy vegan pregnancy, but me and my daughter now eat eggs. So we eat eggs from a local organic farm. But other than that, we're still vegetarian. My husband's still vegan. He doesn't have any plans on changing, and that's okay. So I'm also a health coach, so I really want to start helping people not only to give them the healthy food, but help them to figure out how to then put it into their lives and start to transition. I don't want to try to make everybody vegan. I think that a more sustainable option is to get people to support small-scale farms. I think that's how we're really going to make changes. So I just would like to pose to you the questions of how you can start making small changes within your, just the people that you come into contact with daily, things that you can start doing to bring some awareness. It doesn't have to be, this big thing, just having, a meal once a month, having some friends over, and making that, plant-based, showing what plants are really capable of, just like in the movie with all of the awesome chefs. So in that, I'd like to hand it over.
Good evening. Thanks for sticking around. My name is Tracy Barkley. With Solograzzi Farm. I co-manage the farm with Clay Yap, who's the farm manager. We've been there 2 years. We operate a 120-member CSA program. We sell our produce at 2 farmers markets. We sell to the Common Ground Food Co-op, 6 or 7 restaurants. So that you know where you can get our produce. Restaurants that serve our vegetables are the Red Herring Vegetarian Restaurant, Bacaro, Big Grove Tavern, Piatto's Cafe and Catering, Dish Passionate Cuisine Catering, and Timponi's. As Professor Hurd mentioned, one thing that sets our farm apart is that we're a mission-driven farm What that means is that we're really trying to build a regional food system where high quality, locally grown food is available to everyone, and largely those that are disadvantaged. So our mission is to donate at least 10% of everything we grow to hunger assistance programs in the community. Over the last 4 years, that's been closer to 25–30%, and has resulted in about 25,000 pounds of our food donated to Eastern Illinois Food Bank, the Times Men's Homeless Shelter, Daily Bread Soup Kitchen, and some other groups. So our farm strives to be a model farm where our goals for production efficiency, environmentally sustainable practices, and our social mission are held in balance. It's hard. There's a lot of different things that are obstacles for small farms, especially when you have to have an economically sustainable budget. So some of those challenges, and Crystal and I talked about some of those before, the program are high labor costs, limited price margins, small existing markets, uncontrollable variables like rain, lots of rain, like a month worth of rain in June, and then competition and pests as well. We employ production methods that focus on growing an abundance of good food while also building back soil health, and also deriving all of our inputs from natural resources to reduce reliance on fossil fuels. So for us,